or if you hurt it, you know, and it got away, that it will come back and kill you. You probably don't want to leave the house because there's potential for danger. Crap right in his eyeball, like right. The evil spirits will use their power to hide you so that you'll be forced to marry some old ugly guy. Be a gold colored frog. You can't take it. Hey everybody, how you doing? How you doing? Craig here from the Thai farm where it is raining over the pond once again, and it's an afternoon. It's been quiet all day and it was actually nice and sunny. Sunny this morning and kind of a nice day. And so it would be blessed here on the Thai farm. And yeah, I saw another snake, but I wasn't able to catch him because he's a little farther away. And my wife hates that. If I tell her I saw a snake and then I didn't catch it to be able to get rid of it, she's all about the superstitions. One of the biggest superstitions that I remember she's always told me about with the snakes is for her it's to like kill the snake, right? I mean, I think it's quite common that in Thailand, you know, farmers and stuff, they see a snake, they just kill it. And it don't matter if it's a snake that you benefit from, like a rat snake, eat rats, so I don't have to have rats, you know, or they're lizards or whatever. Most of them are non-poisonous, but still, kill the snake. But, and that's the big but on the superstition, is that if you don't kill the snake, like if you smacked it and it got away, or if you hurt it, you know, and it got away, that it will come back and kill you. And like with most superstitions, there's always two sides, right? There's like the good and bad, the black and white, the yin and yang of superstitions. Because if you have a dream about a snake, and the snake is wrapping itself around you, you know, like anaconda or something, there's a belief that that means, oh, you're gonna meet your soul mate and potentially live happily ever after. So, dream on. And here, of course, on the farm, we get a lot of snakes and lizards. I don't know if I think I had a previous video where right here, where I had a iguana actually that was running across here and took off. But the monitor lizards, those big ones, the one I've been trying to catch for a while down here, I think he's left now. But the superstition around those monitor lizards is kind of creepy. Well, I should say that the bad superstition part of it, which is where that the belief is that the monitor lizards tend to hang out, you know, in the cemeteries or at the temples where people's chedis are, where their ashes and their remains are, their bones are interned, and that if the monitor lizards come into the city or come into the village, that they bring the spirits of those dead people with them from the cemetery, and so they can bring you bad luck. And so they tend to whack the monitor lizard. And actually, a lot of them will just barbecue it and eat it. I don't think that's part of the superstition, but as superstitions go, bringing those dead spirits into the village is bad luck. And of course, on the other hand, the good side is if it actually comes into your house, the superstition is that, hey man, guy came in your house, he can actually, you know, bring good luck with you, or bestow good fortune because it decided to come into your house. And how about them geckos? If you live in Thailand, you have seen monster-sized geckos, and you can always hear them. I remember early on, I used to think they were cussing at me, you know, saying "fuck you, fuck you." Kind of sounded like that. So hence the term, you know, F you. And I thought, who keeps saying that? And it's a gecko that makes this kind of sound. And with like most creatures, there's a superstition that, and because they're all in your house, right? Well, the first part of the superstition really is that, you know, they believe that your ancestors can kind of inherit the body of the gecko. So it kind of looks out for you, I suppose, while it's in your house. And if the gecko is chirping, like making its sound before you're leaving the house, and it's either coming from like above you or in back of you, that you probably don't want to leave the house because there's potential for danger out there. However, of course, on the positive side, if it's directly in front of you or to the left of you in the doorway, I think, yeah, you're good to go. You can proceed. But yeah, pay attention to where those sounds come from with those geckos. Or if you see a falling gecko, when it hits the ground, take note as to which way the tail is pointing. Because if the tail is pointing to the right of you, then time to buy a lottery ticket. And I also wonder, where are all my birds during the rain? I've wondered that a number of times. We had birds making a lot of noise today. I used my pop gun to pop, 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 scare them off on top of the house. But you know, they must all hide together. I mean, there's like hundreds of birds, right? And they don't all roost in the tree at the same time, right? Or in the bamboo. So they're always flying around and this and that. But are they forced to be, you know, friends where they don't chase each other out of the trees? Because when it rains, they all probably go into the trees, into the treetops, and just stay there and kind of wait out the rain and put their differences to the side. So maybe that's one positive thing about the rain. In the superstition world, and this probably tends to be kind of a superstition, I think, in many cultures, and that is when a bird craps on you. How many of you have had a bird crap on you? I think almost everybody, which is weird. Actually, maybe not that weird, because there's probably millions of birds, so it's potential that, yeah, you could possibly get bird crap on you. But in the superstition world, the Thais would believe that if the bird craps on you in the beginning of the day, like, you know, you're getting ready, getting started, maybe before you go to work or something, bird craps on you, man, you're going to be struggling like all day. All day, going to be a shitty day, no pun intended, all day because the bird crapped on you. But on a positive note, hey, there might be some good luck in there, so get out there and buy that lottery ticket. I don't know how many times the bird has crapped on me, whether I was riding my bike or motorcycle or something, or just sitting around or whatever. Yeah, I've been there. Even seagull, which you don't want to get crapped on by a seagull. One of my most, I suppose, more vivid memories wasn't me actually. I was a new student waiting at the bus stop for the bus to get on, go to school. I think I would have been going to the 7th grade maybe. And these kids were just bullying me at the bus stop, man. I use that term loosely because in those days, I don't think it was really bullying. That's just what we did. Picked on each other. And of course I wouldn't have it, so I went ahead and took a swing at him. And we started fighting, and we wrestled to the ground. I got him on the ground, and I pinned his arms, like with my knees, right? I pinned both of his arms down so I could just start punching him in the face, as you do. And just as I was about to start wailing on him, a bird crapped right in his eyeball, like right on his eye. And I was like, oh, and I jumped up, I jumped up off of him. I was like, oh, and the bus was pulling up right then. And of course I was like in stitches busting up, and he thought that I spit in his eye or whatever, like, and I was laughing. I was going, no, dude, that bird shit in your eye, bird. I didn't spit, bird crap. And then, some of the other people, other people at the bus stop, I remember, kind of reinforced, like, dude, that's bird crap. And I don't think he got on the bus. I think he got this buzz. But so in one sense, I guess that is good luck, because I didn't start punching him in the face. And good enough luck for me, because I would have probably got suspended if the bus driver would have saw me. But anyway, yeah, for those of you who like to play games, beware of the superstitions about playing hide and seek after sunset. Don't go there, man, because if you play hide and seek after sunset, the belief is that when you go out there and you're hiding at night, the evil spirits will use their power to hide you so that your friends cannot find you. No matter how much you scream or try to let them know where you are, the evil spirits will hide you from them and take them with you. So be careful. And some of that superstition comes from, I suppose our parents being able to try and protect us. They make up stories over the ages, maybe over to create these kind of superstitions or these folk tales that you don't want to do this because this happens or whatever, and out of that is born into these long storied superstitions. One of the superstitions that I remember probably 20 years ago, it was we were at somebody's house, a Thai family, and it was something about the belief that, like, when the daughters was singing, like in the kitchen, making food or doing dishes or something while they were singing, got yelled at for singing, because the superstition was that if you're singing while you're doing your work in there, that you're gonna wind up marrying an ugly man. And I guess the belief was that somehow maybe that, while you're doing your dishes, or if you're singing, you're not paying attention, or if you're cooking, you're not paying attention, you could potentially, hurt yourself or burn yourself, or if you, disfigure yourself somehow or something, then nobody's going to want to marry you, and then you'll be forced to marry some old ugly guy because nobody wants you. So don't be singing in the kitchen and distracting yourself. Stick to your work. Yeah, something like that. The rain often brings out a lot of the frogs, especially the toads. The toads, I'll get about 20 of them out underneath my house. And the toads, you don't want to be touching those. And the tree frogs too, they actually like it, but you might see them more. Sometimes the cats go after frogs here, but one of the superstitions, I don't know the complete story about the superstition, but I know if you have because we eat frogs, right? They're delicious. But if you see a gold colored frog, you can't take it. If you take the gold colored frog, like, bad things will happen. So don't go there. Not that it's poisonous or whatever, which there probably is a gold colored frog that's poisonous, but the superstition or the folklore there's there, don't take the gold frogs. No. And for you cat lovers out there, the Siamese cat is known to also bring good luck and good fortune. Actually, any cat. Sometimes when you have a new house blessing, they'll carry a cat through the house to be able to bring good fortune to the house and good blessing to the house and the family. We have 2 cats, and they do bring a positive influence here because they keep all the rats away and actually even keep the dogs away now that they're big enough. So we don't have to deal with all that rat infestation or dog crap everywhere. And no, cats are a good thing, very good. And if you have one of those houses where there's a big old bee's nest up in there, and you're thinking, I don't want to get stuck, or you don't want to get stuck, but at the same time, though, bees swarming around your house, that can be interpreted also as a good fortune. So you have to take care in removing that beehive, and especially if it's honey bees. Well, then, hey man, you got the honey, right? That's good. And of course, in Thailand, you have elephants. Elephants definitely a source of protection. The belief that, way back when, every village really had to have their own elephant, not only for protection, but it was just something that everyone saw as a very positive thing to be part of their village life. And so this is also why not only do you see elephants still in just about every part of Thai drawings and paintings, and you go to temples and there's always statues of elephants around, being used in part of the blessing. So culturally speaking, elephants, certainly probably in all of Asia, but certainly here in Thailand, are wrapped in superstition with the belief that they offer that kind of protection to you. Here on the farm, I think all, with the exception of maybe the elephant, all of these superstitions play a role in our life here on the farm. Alrighty. Well, I decided to share those superstitions. I've heard just about every one of them here on the farm. As something appears and my wife is near, she'll say, hey, and she'll share that superstition. And there are more, but I thought I'd try and kind of focus on some of the animal superstitions here on the Thai farm. All right, man, well, let me know if you have your superstitions and how they played out for you. Animal superstitions. Because Lord knows we're in a superstitious world. All right, then. Thanks for watching. You can keep watching. I'll get back at you with more superstitions here on that time.